It's a shame. I love Leaf's design, but like the model they use for her in like this moon pose thing, you can't really see it because your screen's covering it, but her face just looks really, really strange. But, like, she's one of my favorite Pokemon trainer designs.
Let's try that again because the connection was really weak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we back in it? Or
I'm waiting for them to come back. Okay, we're back.
Okay, nice. Well then, sorry this keeps on happening, guys.
Yeah. At least it was a quick fix on like last time.
Yeah, no, last time we had to like reboot the whole thing. That was a bit of a pain.
Bradley says, at least not as bad as I want to have to restart my damn computer. And we're back, thank you. Okay, we're gonna try Great Cave Offensive one more time.
Alright, we'll go same matchup just for the sake of keeping it.
Like so I just like those colors on her.
Yeah, no, they look the best, honestly.
They look nice.
And it's based on a Pokemon trainer design I like a lot. It's Hilda from Gen 5.
Okay. I didn't know that.
They're all based around trainers, at least loosely.
I know that the yellow is obviously Gold, or Ethan, as they retroactively renamed him.
As they whitewashed him.
Wait, what?
Okay, sorry. I just said that was too good of an opportunity.
I'll let you have that.
Okay, thank you. Good thing this isn't Brawl, otherwise my arrows would be super effective against Ivysaur.
Yeah, well, joke's on you. Young Link wasn't in Brawl.
Well, I know, but I think didn't Toon Link have fire arrows in that game? Or
yes, he did.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they just added that in PM or if it was in Brawl too.
I don't.
Because I know he had him in PM.
No. Damn.
I really like all of the strategy elements behind Pokemon Trainer. He's a very interesting, or she is a very interesting character.
Well, I don't know if they did the stamina thing where you have to swap them out because of
no, they didn't.
Okay.
It's just a lot of the time in your best interest to swap them out because the way that their gameplay works, it kind of naturally like rotates. Squirtle is good for racking up damage, Ivy is good for like edge guarding and like mid-percent stuff, and then Charizard is good for landing like last hit kill scenarios, and he's also better at surviving them. So it's like they structured the character really well as far as like what functions they're supposed to serve.
Oh, come on.
Which, if we're in Marvel vs. Capcom speak, we can talk all about functions all we want.
I mean, if we want to be objective about it, characters are functions. It's just when you...
Yeah, nobody likes the X-Men. They're just... they're functions.
It's just it's really bad corporate PR to say that.
Oh, it's awful corporate PR. They need to play it safe, like Konami, where they play it incredibly safe, to the point where nobody understands what they're saying.
At Konami, it's our interest to serve our customers healthy.
Yeah, no, they said something about health, and like, that... I guess they have gyms, but that's like the extent of it. I don't think health whenever I think of gambling in video games, truthfully. Well, I mean, to be fair, whenever they think of Konami, they don't think of video games, so who knows? Yeah, I think they made forward tilts just really good in this game in general. Like, a lot of characters have much better ones than they would have in other games. Normally they're just like little pokes that don't really lead into anything, but it feels like in this game they offer a lot more, like, either kill power or combo utility. Which is interesting. I like that they made them better.
We got any requests for next round, guys?
Yeah, if you have anything, we can go and do it, and if not, we'll just go on to, I guess, WarioWare. We haven't really played WarioWare yet.
See what people have to say. Chat's on slow mode, so we might have to give them like 30 seconds.
Oh. I mean, like, isn't that only for if you have a lot of people in it? Or gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, any potential, or maybe we could do WarioWare this round and take requests next.
Yeah,
round.
we can just give them some time to mull over their thoughts and see if they have anything interesting to request.
And for the record, if you're just joining us, because we have 4 people again now, Saturn is player 1 and I am player 2.
Yep. And the tags will indicate that whenever we play it too. So I haven't really dabbled much in Meta Knight in this game, which is weird because normally I at least try him out every game. I haven't really done much with him in this game.
Well, from my limited experience, he's not as broken as he was in Brawl. But then again,
when has he ever been?
Yeah, only Brawl. My cousin once dared me. He said, "I want you to do a battle where you play as Ganondorf in Brawl and fight 3 level 9 computer opponents as a Meta Knight."
Oh my god.
And I feel like he's pulling my leg, man.
That's the thing people do, actually. There are a few YouTube videos like that, where it's like, they'll fight 3 level 9 Ganondorfs with like insane handicaps, because they hit stupid hard and they like all gang up on you, so it's like a tough challenge to beat them. Ooh, nice. Yeah, this stage is quite volatile if you have like good kill moves, because the boss zones are so small.
Wow.
And on cue, that happens. That's why this stage is most definitely a counter pick, because, yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was a complete accident. I think I'm too used to Fox's side B where it doesn't send you off the stage. Ooh, nice.
Nope.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Meta Knight still feels usable. It's just like his aerials don't quite have the speed and range that they used to, but even so, I can still see myself putting them together at some point. I just don't quite get it at the moment. Anybody suggest anything?
No, not yet.
Okay, you can... I guess you can do PS1.
Somebody in Discord said that we're not parrying enough, and I gotta be honest with you.
To be fair, in this game, it's less useful than you would think.
Sam's here. Sam says that we need to fix them.
Is it bad? Oh no.
That's a really vague directive, man.
Yeah. To like, what are we doing wrong here?
Yeah. You gotta give us a better direction, Sam.
Yeah.
I really don't 100% understand how parrying works in this game.
It's like you have to drop shield right whenever a move hits you.
Okay.
It's really weird to like actually like practically weave into your game plan. But
Sam says there's a lot of room noise.
oh.
Okay. Maybe that's better.
Hopefully. What did you do?
I just at a dial.
Oh, okay. Then all else fails, just adjust the dial.
Yes. And if you're just joining us, NeonSaturn is Cloud, and I'm Richter. Yeah, hopefully that's better, Sam.
Yeah, there's only so much we can do, admittedly.
Ah. Kind of hoping for some recovery.
Admittedly, that is the weakness of this character. They're so good at keeping people out, but they die really fast off stage. They're a bit like Little Mac if Little Mac was in there.
Let's see. McBride Studio says that by adjusting that volume, that our dial dropped, and somebody's saying that there's lesser noise, but they can hear us less. So
oh no.
I'll have to fix that after this round.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about it. Hopefully something.
That means people are paying attention.
That is good at least. Yeah, Ricker and Simon have like a tendency to die like that.
Wow. That was a good save.
I know, my recovery did a lot better than I was expecting it to.
Ah.
Well, speak of the devil.
Better.
Yeah, that's definitely the area they struggle in the most. Okay, so whatever we did, it helped the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the threshold a little bit.
Okay, let's see. So we can just talk for a bit, see if they have any updated comments.
Juan joins us here. See, Juan, you thought you missed something, but all you missed was downtime.
Yeah, pretty much. We dropped stream a few times. We're having audio problems, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do balloon fight because I like that game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good looking stage too. As far as like the 8-bit looking ones go, it's the one that's like least painful on the eyes.
You know, I like the duck hunt staging concept. I'm not too crazy on the way it looks.
Yeah, it really is not for me. There was a point where that stage was legal in like competitive play for some reason.
Wow.
Because they were really desperate for stages and Smash. I'll see if I can put in any work with Schultz.
Sam says that it's not sounding right.
Still?
And McBride Studios says it sounds a lot better now.
Well,
so I'm getting mixed messages here.
Huh.
I'm getting conflicting
Okay, so what
messages.
doesn't sound right about it still? Anything?
Let's see. Juan says that he saw the Teen Titans Go movie made by Laura. I don't understand. Saturn is Shulk, and I'm not good with Shulk, so my hat's off to people who know how to use Shulk. Shulk just seems to require a lot of maintenance.
I'm kind of just trying.
Okay. Oh, you're labbing, as the kids say. That's.
I mean,
cool.
Yeah. Labbing is generally like in training mode, but.
Okay. I thought labbing was just experimenting.
I mean, kind of.
See, McBride Studio says that we got a little bit of background noise, but he can at least hear us, and isn't that what matters? I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with the background noise. I think this mic might possibly be towards the end of its lifespan. Because this seems to be an issue with this microphone, and I've had this microphone for close to 7 years now, so that could be part of it. I'm not sure. He says that it sounds like static. It's really new. It's really room noise.
Oh.
It's environmental noise. I know what he's talking about because it was kind of an issue the last time I streamed solo. I forgot what I was playing. I streamed a few days ago. I did Pokemon Puzzle League. Yeah.
No. My only thing is I need to learn my Monado placement. Because you have to, instead of going through a queue like you would in the in previous games, you have to know exactly where it is, just in general. Because it's on like this little grid. Damn. Probably should have turned jump for that. Okay, so speed is down left.
Nah. Oh. Nah.
Yeah, Smash will make even tilts kill, surprisingly. I mean, at that percentage, it wasn't like too surprising, but still.
So one of his Xenoblades is called Smash.
I think that's just game exclusive. It wasn't like that before.
Okay.
Like, they just added that for this.
Well, somebody's being cheeky.
I like the concept of calling it Xenoblades. Like, that's what his forms are called.
Well, the game's called Xenoblade, so what else would they be called?
Well, yeah, that is true. Everything is the game's title.
Yeah. Like how people call Fox Star Fox. I mean,
Or people call Samus Metroid. At least, I'm assuming they're mostly joking whenever they say that, but it's funny.
That actually annoys me. It shouldn't, but it does. Let me see.
I can only assume they're messing around.
Well, with Metroid, it's funny because within the context of the games, I don't remember what Metroid game they say it is. I think it's Fusion. I think in Fusion they say that Metroid is a Chozo word meaning Great Warrior.
Huh.
So that
like could totally make sense,
Yeah.
because whenever I think of Great Warriors, I think more of Samus than I do of little
Yeah.
baby alien egg things.
And Samus becomes part Metroid in Metroid Fusion.
Oh, yeah. Hence
So
Fusion makes sense.
So it kind of makes sense. Oh man.
Oh my god, that barely got you out of the range of my jab.
My aura power levels are very high, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. That makes Lucario incredibly scary, because if he hits with like anything, it will do insane damage. That, for instance, that did like 20%. He also charges up his Aura Sphere to full almost immediately. Oh my god. Oh, that almost worked.
Okay. Let's see. Bradley says, now it's Shulk time. Is that AM or PM? Shulk time. I don't get it.
It's a good question.
McBride Studio says, I thought it was Adventure Time. Juan says that he thinks that Shulk's abilities are Raven's other colored personalities from Detective.
Oh, from that one episode?
Yeah.
I could kind of see it, but like, he always sounds the same. He sounds like just upbeat Australian man.
And
He sounds like he'd be like hosting a nature documentary.
I thought his voice actor was English. Let's see.
It sounds Australian to me. I might be crazy, but who knows?
And McBride Studios wants to know if Samus does the fusion dance to become part Metroid. Actually, it's pretty disgusting what happens to her.
It's like her suit gets like infested.
Yeah. And in order to save her life, she needs to be injected with Metroid DNA, and parts of her suit need to be surgically removed. I mean, if we're gonna be geeky about it, Metroid Fusion's the end of the Metroid timeline currently. They've never gone beyond it, and at least Samus kind of a freak at the end of it, which is a bit weird to think about. She becomes, an alien extraterrestrial hybrid at the end of Fusion.
Huh.
Let's see. Juan is saying something about hanging out with all the female ravens. Yeah, you're not the only one who wants to do that.
I'm sure he's one of many.
I'll leave that comment to your imagination. I love Mucha Lucha Pikachu.
Pikachu Libre. Like Mucha Lucha, that's fine. Is that what the show was called?
Mucha Lucha was a show on the WB. Kids WB.
They started showing I think it was on Nick or something maybe at some point.
It reran on Cartoon Network briefly.
It was Cartoon Network is what it was. Yeah. Okay. I remember it being weird. That was a very bizarre show.
It wasn't great, but it's kind of fun. I just like saying Mucha Lucha.
I don't know if I liked it. I don't remember. I don't remember enough about it to know if I even liked it or didn't. I just remember that it existed. It's like a fever dream from my childhood.
Yeah. That's how a lot of the kids' WB shows feel to me, which is so weird.
Was it made by the same people who made El Tigre, or am I crazy?
That was Nickelodeon.
Okay, that was Nickelodeon. I get those two mixed up a lot for whatever reason.
Yeah, that was a Lucha Libre show, but it wasn't Mucha Lucha.
Gotcha.
Well,
I think it's because the dad was he had a luchador mask on.
Yeah. One thing I remember about Mucha Lucha, for some reason, is that they do that thing. I don't know why shows do this, but sometimes they change the name during a season.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
They change the name of the show during a season.
Wait, what? What happened? What did they change it to?
They called it Mucha Lucha Gigante or something.
What the? Why? What is the point?
I don't know why I remember that, because I haven't seen that in probably 13 years.
What did that accomplish?
I don't know. Not me winning, that's for sure. Mucha Lucha Gigante, yeah.
Gigante. For some reason. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know what changed about the show to make it justify that.
Was it
title.
a season change or something?
Yeah, it was for their third and final season. It was called Gigante.
Okay, there are a few animes that anime, I don't know why I said animes, I'm too white for this, but a few that do that for one of their seasons for no real reason. They just change the name of it a little bit, or add a little subtitle.
I don't know what was so Gigante about Mucha Lucha Gigante.
I don't know what Gigante means.
It means that it's big.
Oh, big. Okay. Oh. We could just call it Big Mucha Lucha. That sound really dumb.
Mucha Lucha XLR.
Oh my god. These are just sounding like Guilty Gear titles now.
Well, I'm referencing Megas XLR. No! Oh, well. Cross Thunder.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was thinking Guilty Gear Exard Rev 2 or something, whenever you said XLR.
Let's see. Juan points out that Gold Ghost Coast to Coast is interviewing Tara Strong. Interesting. McBride Studios says that he remembers Mucha Lucha. It was weird. But that was most cartoons back then.
I remember vaguely it being weird. I don't remember why it was weird. I know there was something fishy going on.
Let's see. Juan points out that Time Warner bought out Crunchyroll and Rooster Teeth. Really?
Wait, what? When did this happen? Recently? That feels like something I would have heard about.
In 2018.
Oh.
I'm not sure what to make of that. I thought Rooster Teeth was owned by Viacom. I'm not sure.
I stopped keeping up with Rooster Teeth after a while ago, but maybe I should get back into them because I need to catch up on Ruby still.
Let's see. Mr. Top 10 List says that he remembers Mucha Lucha Gigante on Cartoon Network, and they accidentally pronounced it gigantic. It's supposed to be Gigante.
Uh-huh.
And then he says that all he knows that was different about the last season is that the main voice actor got replaced, and they made a joke about how his voice was shiny and new.
Well then.
Oh, right. Because the main voice actor was Carlos Alazarqui, and that's lame. I like him. He's great. He also is Rocco on Rocco's Modern Life. If you've seen Reno 911, he's Officer Garcia. Which, Reno 911 is not a cartoon, by the way.
That is not.
No, it's not. That's another show that I liked that I think got kind of screwed up in the last season or so.
Yeah.
Alright. Blonde sword fighter duel. Let's do this.
There are many of them in this game.
Let's do this. And guys, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing the demo of Remake 2, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Oh, that's coming out tomorrow?
It comes out tomorrow, but the demo has a terrible catch to it.
Which is?
That it expires after 30 minutes of you playing it.
Oh, that's brutal.
So, I mean, it's going to be a real fight for survival.
I suppose so.
Just like Resident Evil. So, we'll see where that goes. We're going to be doing that, and I'm going to be playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider for the first time.
Oh, right, the one on Xbox One.
Yeah, this will be an Xbox One stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we got out of the corner of my eye, I see some replies, and we'll get to them. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Damn. Mucha lucha.
No, it's Gigante, didn't you know?
Gigante. Mucha lucha gigante.
Moocher Lucher.
Lucha.
We have a new redneck announcer, I guess. It's a WWE show now.
WWE show. So would that make who would be the jabroni?
I don't remember the characters, to be completely honest with you. I would probably have a funny answer if I remembered anything.
Here's a dumb thing about that show I remember for some reason. I remember some of the main cast. Well, this match is getting pretty heated. Actually.
Okay, we'll talk about Mucha Lucha whenever the matters are less pressing.
Damn it.
Fight now, Mucha Lucha later. Okay, Mucha Lucha time. What's up? What do you
pressing
got?
Matters are done. Well, the main character was Ricochet. And all of his attacks were based on like pinball and bouncing and shit.
Oh right, he like moved around the ring a bunch. I think I read.
Yeah.
You could be telling me anything, and I'd be like, yeah, I remember that. Like, I had a moment where I'm like, I remember him doing that, but you could have made that up.
No, people say I have a pretty good memory.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying you could have been saying anything, and I probably would have been on board with it.
The main character is Ricochet, and all he's like his attacks are like pinball this and spinning top. But I mean,
right.
And then the female girl was Buena Girl.
Like female girl.
The main female was
okay.
was Buena. She was like a, little goody two shoes. I forget what her. I think no. One of her attacks was a bulldozer. She turns into a bulldozer.
So she's Dio.
Dio.
She brings out big like.
Sure, because we have like a 6 degrees of like a 2 degrees of separation with JoJo's with everything these days.
Well, of course.
And then the other lead was the Flea, and his attacks were all like smelly shit.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that character. That character was the worst. That's the character that made me uncomfortable watching the show. The fact that he existed. He was based around like being smelly and gross.
Yeah.
It's awful.
And then a lot of the supporting cast, I don't remember. There's one called El Haystack Red.
How do you remember all of this? What did he do? Was he just fast?
He was a haystack. He was a stack of hay.
What?
Yeah.
What? Why? How? And when? It's so strange to me. I don't get it.
There's another character who was a pea in a pod, and I don't know if it was a male or a female. But it was called Snowpea. It was like a fucking Pokemon. It would go Snowpea.
They would say their name.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then there was a really minor character. One was called Electricity.
Just Electricity.
That was her name, and she was just a girl who would like static shock people.
Huh.
And she was a really minor character. I don't know why the fuck I remember. Like
I feel like that would probably end up being my favorite character out of all of these you described.
I don't know why I remember this bullshit. Let's see.
You knew that one guy's name, like the haystack
Let's
guy.
see. Let's see. Miscellaneous is joining us. I'm glad you can make it.
Oh, what's up?
I was not. I was really not expecting. I guess maybe I should message you next time I do some of these streams. Mr. Top 10 List said that he watched every single episode of Mucha Lucha and he can't tell if it was clever or if it was stupid.
I mean, it probably crossed the line between those two sometimes. It was probably something that was so stupid it was clever, or so clever it was stupid. It could have been either or at any given moment.
Let's see, what character was I gonna be?
I think you were playing Zelda, but...
Yeah, I was gonna be Zelda. I drifted to... I like her as a brunette better. Where is it?
She has a few brunette skins.
Yeah,
that one's probably the best one, though.
I like that one because it reminds me of NES Zelda. So, yeah, Miscellaneous. I'll message you when I do my Xbox stream tomorrow. But yeah, if you're just joining us, looks like you're active in the chat. Saturn is Lucina, and I am Zelda. So,
Princess Duel, I guess.
Princess Duel, nice representation of Nintendo's ladies. Swords versus magic, cool.
Despite her being my Smash 4 main, I'm a bit rusty with her in this game. Oh my god. I forgot about that move.
I was hoping you would.
It exists, and it is very good now. It used to be like a non-threat in the last game. Oh my god, I side bead instead of up bead. Damn it. Okay, come back. I gotta make it.
I was hoping you would, because I consider Zelda to be not a very popular character competitively, so
She hasn't been, honestly.
So I need to try to do some mind games with stuff that is not popular. I know. Damn. Because I don't think she was really top tier in some of the other games, but you could probably do some upsets with her lightning kick. It's just
that move's always been strong, but it's like all she's had in all those games.
It's just she really gets overshadowed by Sheik, by the way I see it. Especially in Melee. Where Sheik is just an unstoppable spider demon.
Spider demon?
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Because people are afraid of spiders.
Well, she is kind of like, I'd say she's the closest thing to a grappler that game has, like, competitively. Because she relies a lot on grabs and, like, reading rolls and stuff.
What about... Damn it. What about Ice Climber chain grab?
Oh, I don't know how I didn't think of Ice Climbers. That's, like, the super traditional grappler. She could be like the Alex, where she's, like, more about mobility, too. I guess Ices are, like, the Zangief. They have Valeria, too, where they, like, spin around.
Yeah,
That's not actually a bad comparison, despite how absurd it sounds in theory. And they're probably also from some Icelandic Russia is Icelandic. Some country that's like a land made of ice. That's what I meant.
Well, if people think that
some tundra country.
If people think that they're Inuits, then they might be Alaskan. I don't know. Nintendo doesn't really give them a backstory. They just kind of are.
They climb. That's it. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, that was cool.
I was getting somewhere with a comeback, but that one SD set me back.
Something I think is funny in a lot of the Ice Climber art from the 80s. This is before they made their triumphant return in Melee and they just blew up. Nana's a blonde.
Oh.
In all the old artwork.
Oh.
She's a blonde.
That's not something I was expecting to hear.
Maybe I could even show you. But something I think is funny because I should probably link the article in the description. I wrote an article about Melee recently. On the back of the case, I have the case right in front of me right now. You can't see it. Nintendo biggest stars are all here. Duke it out with Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, the Ice Climbers, and many more.
They played it so safe. They put them right at the end. Yeah. So they'll be like, yeah, we're not going to read that far. And if we see the Ice Climbers, we're like, ooh, who's that? I didn't know about this popular game series of one game.
I find that funny because the Ice Climbers is a choice. It really is kind of just like, it's either who the hell are these or I can't believe they brought them both.
Okay. I guess she is a blonde. Now I know.
Yeah. So I find that stuff interesting. Juan says that he thinks that tier lists are stupid. If Sam was still here, he'd probably agree with you.
I think they're useful, but not always to be 100% relied upon. I have a more nuanced opinion on tier lists than most people do.
I think it's a pretty fair opinion.
People are either like super abide by the tier list, do nothing else, or like tiers are for queers, they don't exist. I'm quoting people who say that.
Well,
that's a very common
queer meaning strange.
Well, okay,
not necessarily homosexual.
But yeah, that's a terminology that floats around about tier lists for people who don't like tier lists.
Let's see.
But yeah, I'm more middle ground as far as that goes.
Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Top Channel says that he likes Mucha Lucha because it combines Canadian and American voice actors. You don't see that very often. That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, from that perspective, it's definitely like a lot of these shows that end up being really weird. They're like staffed by like interesting people.
Let's see. On Facebook, I was talking about odd shows recently. One show that I remembered existed is something that and there's only 5 episodes were ever made. They're all 2 minutes long. So
a grand total of 10 minutes of content is what we're talking about here.
10-minute series. A series of shorts called Brennan Avenue Experience that was almost a show on Cartoon Network, but never made it past the pilot short stages.
So it was a cartoon, correct?
Yeah, it was a cartoon.
Huh.
And I think there was a weird charm to it. I think that it might have worked, but instead Cartoon Network decided to go with CN Real instead of going forward with it.
Yeah, CN Real is... That's whenever I stopped caring about that channel as a child. Whenever they started doing the live action stuff on Cartoon Network.
I think the last straw was when they canceled Megas, but I could see why that would be a breaking point for a lot of people.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't really watch this channel for live action stuff. I'm good.
I think at that point I just said, well, I'm just going to play video games and stop watching TV.
It's like I'm watching this for like Pokemon, Teen Titans, and like anime every once in a while. But then whenever they start doing like things where it's just people like just like children destroying things, whatever that show was called, what was it? Build, destroy,
yeah,
something like that. It's like I don't care. That's not why I watch this channel.
So I'm not really deep in the Animal Crossing lore. Isabelle, she's like a mayor or something, right?
She's the mayor's assistant.
Oh, okay. I thought she was the mayor.
Well, she's the mayor now, I think. She became the mayor in the most recent one.
Okay.
Or it seemed like she was going to try to become the mayor.
Oh.
But then she went to Smash. Like, in lore, she went to Smash.
So she became the Smash Brothers mayor, okay.
I guess so. Well, I mean, Villager is technically here, too, so... She's still the assistant in this game as well.
Damn. We'll check comments in just a sec. Okay, well, I guess that... No! I'm still alive.
You still in?
I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Okay.
Oh, damn. Misplaced that. Oh, nice. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
I went way too hard for that edge guard. Whatever. That was at half percent.
I still got my beautiful balloon. Alright.
Did I really?
Wow.
Oh, I choked so hard.
That was a balloon shield.
Oh, no.
Let's see here.
Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Good God.
Juan, I'm not entirely sure what he's saying here. I think it's just a lot of text. I think he's trying to say that he thinks that CN Real was stupid, and if that's what you meant, then I'm inclined to agree. McBride Studio says Isabella, battle secretary.
Yeah, pretty much. That's more or less her occupation as of now.
And Miscellaneous didn't see that finish coming. No one did.
I definitely didn't. I didn't expect the balloons to interact with my downer that way. I went so far down.
And I'm surprised you'd be up so late watching us, because isn't it like 11:15 in Florida right now?
Yeah. That's not too bad. I mean, then again, I speak as somebody who works night shifts almost exclusively, so who knows?
I just can't do that anymore. It just kills me. I used to, when I try not to talk about my stuff too often, but when I was a manager at Pizza Hut, I mean, sometimes I'd be coming back at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oof. I mean, like that works for like the way that I am as a person, but like I could see that being a problem.
I can't do that anymore.
Wow, that counter lasts forever.
Alright, Princess Duel. This is cool. No. Princess Pokemon Battle.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
That should be... That sounds like an anime spinoff. I love it.
I would watch it. Oh, you have a Mr. Saturn. I'm scared now.
Wow. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. That was an upset. The Dizzy's an upset. I'm upset that I got Dizzy.
I'm upset that I didn't hit you in the right way. That probably could have killed. That worked. There we go. Nah. Apparently the rate for picking items has gotten significantly higher, so it's more worth your time to go for Turnip Pulse. Instead of just doing a turnip and then sticking on the ground with it. Ooh, that was a really well-placed counter. Wow, that lasts so long.
It must have much more active frames than it did in the past.
That move is like, it's like actually a usable move now. It used to be super okay in other games.
Pretty situational. I mean, when I was younger...
You would almost never see anybody use it in Melee, for instance.
When I was younger, I thought it was worthless in Melee, but over time, I think it became a little bit more viable.
Wow. I expected to be gone by the time I hit it, but then it just isn't. Oh my, wow.
Oh.
Okay, that...
I'm on the receiving end. Oh.
Ooh, that's a good down smash.
Oh.
Peach is a character I have very minimal experience with. She does feel better in this game than she has in any other game, to be honest.
Oh, I like her a lot in Melee. I think she got really downgraded in Brawl.
I mean, she was amazing in Melee. I'm just saying she didn't really, like, fit me quite as much. But in this game, she feels a lot quicker on her feet, which is which is kind of rare for her because normally she's kind of the slow, tanky archetype almost.
Let's see. Miscellaneous clarifies that she's a night owl.
I got you.
Let's see. Juan wants to know why Cloud has a white palette swap.
Does he? Wait, what?
That's news to me.
Am I missing some? I've looked through most of those character skins, I think. Let me check that.
And let's see. Miscellaneous also points out that Princess versus Princess is an episode of the Pokemon anime. That's very true.
Oh, well, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your
So
joke wasn't far off.
We're doing an intra-franchise crossover sequel.
Okay, I'm missing the. If there's a white alt here, I must be missing it. I don't know what to tell you.
Either that or something got lost in translation. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
that's likely.
Let's see. Juan's requesting Ken Shin. Rurouni Kenshin is not a playable character in this
but
game.
you'll play Ken to compensate.
I'll be Ken to compensate. Rurouni Kenshin will be playable in Jump Force, which comes out next month.
Oh right, the game where you get to be Naruto in New York City.
And My Hero Academia characters. And I might get that. I'm not making any promises. I'd only get that.
It'll at the very least be funny. I know that much.
I'd only get that to get footage for Mr. Top 10 as well. My big game plan this year was Devil May Cry 5, so I'm not sure.
That would be very good, honestly.
Jump Force, I might wait till a price drop, honestly. Which I expect to happen because it's a Bandai Namco game.
Yeah, I expect it to happen kind of soon because it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it'll stay 60 forever. But...
No, that's Nintendo games.
Oh, yeah, that's also true.
Nintendo games don't drop in price unless...
Neither do Activision games. There are Call of Duty games that are like 7 years old that are still insanely expensive.
Well, but I actually respect Nintendo and not Activision.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's really aggravating. I mean... Activision, there's just a lot of irony with them and EA. Because, I've probably said this before, but Activision was founded by former Atari employees who felt like they were mistreated by Atari. And they were really big proponents of workers' rights. And then they would become the evil empire from Star Wars.
Pretty much. As do most things centered around workers' rights.
And EA almost had a very similar conundrum. Now, in all fairness, the people who founded both those companies left a long time ago. But that's still a huge irony. Think about the irony.
Yeah, Activision has been doing a lot of very sketchy things lately. Well, not sketchy, but like blatantly anti-consumer things.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not directly their fault with the Blizzard thing, but there was the bit about Diablo with the whole, like, you don't have phones, do you, or some nonsense.
Oh, no.
Whenever they tried to make it seem like there would be another game release, and then they've released some outsourced mobile game that looks really bad.
Well, yeah, Blizzard is their sister company. I actually think, even though the games don't 100% appeal to me, Blizzard at least seems like it's mildly competently run.
Well, no, the main series games are like, they do that well, and they can make games correctly, but like, their PR is just awful.
Let's see, McBride Studio says Call of Duty games stay expensive because they're so familiar, it's hard to tell them apart.
That is true. You could be getting Black Ops 1 and functionally getting the one that released this year, whatever it's called. I don't know yet.
The aggravating thing about Call of Duty for me is that, I've said this before, you don't need to buy any of them because your friend will own one of them, and you can just play it at their house.
That's very true.
So that's the thing to me about Call of Duty. I don't really like them, but it's like I don't mind playing them. That's the weird thing. I don't buy them.
I've enjoyed them for a long time, but I'll attribute that to the fact that I was in middle school. So that it happens.
Let's see, what would be a good... I'm going to do Frigate or Fion from Metroid Prime. What would be some good music there?
Any of the... I think the Versus Ridley is a new remix. Usually the new remixes tend to be good. We could try some of those.
Versus Ridley?
Any of the ones with the red square, that indicates that it's like one that was just made for this game. kind of difficult to hear, but even so, because you don't want echo in our game
We'll
audio.
go with that.
Okay, that works.
Let's see. Juan says that what Square Enix character he would like is Riku from Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
It's a long shot.
Yeah, if they did anything from Final Fantasy X, it would just be Tidus.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's see.
which is unfortunate because in a lot of games I like side characters better, and then you have situations where it's like if this game gets any representation, it's just gonna be the main character.
And you only get the side character if it's like a Fonzie from Happy Days situation. Let's see. I like how we have a 10-year-old girl hanging out in front of a big alien parasite.
Because why not?
I hope those shields protect her. I'm talking about the girl, not the parasite.
Yeah, I got
Parasite can go to hell.
keep Leaf safe.
I don't know if you played Metroid Prime or not, have you? Or?
I can't say I have. I've only really played a bit of Fusion and some of the, what is it, Samus Returns, the new one?
Yeah.
I played a bit of those. I still haven't beaten either, but I should get around to it because they're fun.
I've been meaning to get Samus Returns.
I can let you borrow my copy, honestly.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very good.
Okay. I'm in no rush, but I'll have to remember that.
Gotcha.
Prime is a first-person shooter, so it's very different from Super Metroid or Metroid Fusion. But it's such a well-made game. Who gives a shit? That's my take.
The thing is, I don't know how does the first-person shooter like work well with the C-stick on like a GameCube controller? Because I know they're all on GameCube, right?
Yeah. They find a way to make it work. I think it's a very well-made game. It's a very atmospheric game. I mean, I would almost compare it to Half-Life 2, maybe.
I can see that.
But like Metroid, it's a little bit. It's very atmospheric, and there's still a lot of puzzle solving and a lot of trying to do tricks and what have you, and exploration and what have you. It's a very well-made game. I debate whether that or Melee is my favorite GameCube game. Damn.
Honestly, either probably have a pretty solid argument. My personal favorites are probably Melee or Tales of Symphonia. Those are my best GameCube games. Thousand Year Door is also very good.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to finish my stream of Thousand Year Door. I can't believe how expensive that game has gotten. I mean, I can.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'm so happy I got that when it came out.
I got it whenever I was younger, and it was at a more affordable price.
Yeah, I got it like a month after it came out.
I got it like whenever the Wii was still like the main console for Nintendo. So even so, it was still affordable back then.
McBride Studios is requesting a reptile battle.
Okay, I'll see what reptiles I'm capable of playing.
Juan wants Sephiroth to be an Echo Fighter.
Wait, an Echo Fighter?
Of Cloud.
Look at that boy's range. He doesn't fight anything like Cloud. Wait, what?
He wants Sephiroth to be an Echo Fighter of Cloud.
Huh. I'm just imagining how his neutral air would be with that big-ass sword.
Let's see. Okay.
What's a good reptile stage? Maybe this. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Gangplank Galleon?
Alright.
Okay. Let me not go normal. Yeah, Battlefield. Perfect. The Gangplank Galleon remix in this game is amazing. I really like it.
Yeah, it starts off silly and then it gets rocking.
It gets super intense. It's really good. Okay, so my options. Frogs are amphibians, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so no. I'll probably just go Bowser then. If you could consider him a lizard, or he's a reptile, so we'll take it.
Let's see. I guess Ridley versus Bowser.
A lizard is a bit of a stretch. Maybe. I don't know. Ask if are we meeting the lizard quota adequately?
I'm pretty sure lizards are reptiles.
Well, no, I know they're reptiles, but I'm saying I don't think Ridley is a lizard. or any kind of reptile.
I'm really not sure what to make of Ridley's.
I think K. Rool is probably more around what he was requesting.
Okay.
But
alright, we'll go with that. And I like that one looks neat.
Yeah, the Ganon K. Rool looks really good. I like it a lot.
Juan wants us to play as Baby Ike. That's a funny way of
So
saying
Crom?
Crom.
Yeah. Okay, we both got the joke.
Yeah. Maybe Saturn might next round.
Yeah, I can play Crom. I play Roy, so I got Crom. Oh, wow, that was immaculate parry.
Thanks, just trying it out. Wow.
Oh my god. That was bad. Ooh, very good.
I got Bowser bombed.
I could have gone for the suicide there, but I'm an asshole. Also, I don't think it would have been worth trading my stock for that.
Oh, man. That Bowser stomp.
He's packing many drop kicks.
Yeah, I'm done for.
That's a good move to like slip in. Bowser's command grab is quite good. I like it.
Let's see. In Discord, Candid wanted to know. Candid says something about how Inuyasha's backlash wave is the most broken attack ever. At no point in the conversation did anybody say anything about Inuyasha, so that's a really interesting diversion.
That was a sick non sequitur. you got it.
Juan wants to know what SNK characters would we like to see in Melee.
In they retroactively add them to Melee. I love it. Give me Kula Diamond. That'd be sick.
Kula Diamond. I have at least one other friend who requested that, so you're in good company.
She would be like an ice character in Melee that I would feel like I would have a soul for playing. Because as it stands, ice climbers are pretty. You have to sell your soul to some entity in order to play them.
Juan wants to know why they didn't get King K. Rool's voice actor from the cartoon that used to be on Fox Family.
Well,
because he was in Canada.
I mean, Xander was in whatever supervillain layer he's in with that name. He managed to track him down. Oh yeah, Crom.
Oh, you mean the narrator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned Baby Ike, so I'll play Baby Ike.
Okay.
playing Baby Ike if I didn't use the reason why people call him that.
Oh boy. Oh man. This is bad. That was really bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Juan wants the SNK character Mai in Smash Ultimate.
Oh, like my Shiranui, I think is her last name.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. I would probably, well, I just got into KOF a little bit recently, like, and I'm starting to learn 14, and I really like I like Kula a lot. I like this character named Alice, who's basically just like, she's very similar to Terry Bogard, but she has like inverse moves of his, but she also speaks in English, and it's really funny to listen to. And I like, she's like another member of my team. And then also there's this character named Athena, who's like, I think she's just a magical girl, but they put her in the game for some reason.
And this is King of Fighters 14.
Yeah, this is all in 14. She's like she plays kind of like a Shoto, but she has like teleports and like other Akuma-ish stuff. So she's kind of cool.
And which one is 14 on? Is it on PC? Or...
It's probably PC, Xbox One, PS4, if I had to guess.
Okay.
It's more recent. I think it's the most recent King of Fighters game, because it had an update, like not too long ago.
Mr. says that Terry Bogard would most likely take the SNK spot if they had an SNK fighter in Smash or someone from Metal Slug.
Yeah, it would either be that or whatever the main character of, there was one guy who's like more main character in King of Fighters. His name was like Kyosuke or something. I forgot his name. But...
If it's incredibly unlikely, but not impossible. If Capcom ever brought back, Capcom and SNK ever brought back Capcom versus SNK or SNK versus Capcom, I would like to see more Metal Slug characters, because that would work really well in I think in Marvel versus Capcom. Oh boy. Yeah, drill kick.
Nice. That was good getting under my jab with that.
Oh boy.
She's really good at setting up trap situations like that, where she can make you like avoid her projectile and then put you into another bad situation.
I never thought of that. I guess I always thought
it's less about actually hitting with it and more about getting people to move with it.
Oh. Yeah, hey.
Oh my god. I thought I would go to the ledge. Oh no.
His forward throw is not great. Penalty pawn block, yay. I like that reference.
Oh, no? Oh, who that?
AKA Puzzle League.
Oh, okay.
My next article is about Puzzle League.
We have a clairvoyant in this chat.
Huh?
We have a clairvoyant in this chat.
No, it's all tied together, you know, like
Oh, okay.
like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, right. Where everything has to work with each other for some reason.
Yeah. Actually, I think what they say in the marketing, I think it's all connected. I don't know if that's worse that it's all tied together.
That's very much the design philosophy with those movies.
It's all connected. I wonder how Avengers Endgame is gonna pan out. I think
It'll have something to do with Ant-Man, if I had to guess. I'm not too big on Marvel, but he seems like the type who has like world-breaking powers if used cleverly.
Ant-Man's the key to this.
I can see it, honestly.
Well, that seems to be the case, honestly, because
I mean, like, he isn't dead yet or anything, right?
no, he's not dead.
Okay.
Well, probably him and Captain Marvel, because of
yeah.
you know the teaser at the end of the movie. And
Oh wow, I teleported right into that.
oh, wow, I didn't expect that. Let's see. Juan points out that Crom's voice actor also plays Jotaro in Deadshot. I didn't know. I guess he plays Deadshot in Injustice.
Oh.
Matthew Mercer. Let's see.
Oh, Matthew Mercer is in everything.
Yeah, and he's played Leon in a lot of the recent Resident Evil stuff.
Okay.
Not in Resident Evil 4. That was somebody else. Juan is proposing a Puzzle League cinematic universe. That sounds.
Would that be the PPCU?
The
The
PLCU.
The PLCU, okay.
That sounds pretty nutty.
Puzzle League, okay.
McBride Studios wants clarification. Am I talking about the Captain Marvel movie or the Shazam movie? You know, I'm honestly interested in both.
Shazam movie. They're doing another one of those?
There's never been a Shazam movie.
Oh, I don't know why, but I always think that's something else.
You're probably thinking it's Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
Because I hear the SH and I think Shaquille.
No, Shazam is the DC superhero. He's the boy. He says Shazam, and then he gets struck by lightning and turns into a man, and he has a lot of powers.
Oh, I think you told me about this character.
Yeah. Like Shazam is an acronym. Like he has the knowledge of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the thunder power of Zeus, the something of Atlas. Yeah.
Or Adonis or something.
I mostly know him when he does crossover stuff, but he's a fun character. And the movie looks a lot less dour than some of the other DC stuff. By the way, guys, I will be seeing Aquaman after my shift on Saturday, and I'll let you guys know how that is. But I hear that it's fun. I wasn't able to see it earlier because of some other stuff at work, but yeah. I will still be getting a massive discount off of seeing it. Which is really cool. And actually, I get to see the new Dragon Ball Z movie totally free.
Which is what, the Broly one?
The Broly one, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Like they're actually making him canon now, or something. At least I'm assuming that's what they're doing.
I don't know. I don't
really keep up with Dragon Ball myself, but I thought that was what they were going for there.
Well, the thing is, I think every movie is usually like a non-canon story, really. And
Like Pokemon ones almost, right?
I guess the movie, I guess so. The movie is an attempt to try to integrate him into the mainstream canon. But I don't take that too seriously with Dragon Ball. Because, I love Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball is basically a soap opera.
That's a pretty accurate way of putting it, honestly.
You can say that about a lot of anime. But Dragon Ball is like
I mean, the character's evil twin came in, didn't they? If you really think about it.
Dragon Ball is the closest thing to Days of Our Lives I've been invested in my life. I've also seen an entire season of Days of Our Lives. There's something about me you didn't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny.
Most soap operas are very unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
Every time that I remember my mom, whenever I would come home from school, she'd be watching soap operas, and what she would do is she would tell me whatever dumb fake technology name they make up in their show just because it was funny. Like instead of Facebook or MySpace or something, they had a program called My Face or something dumb, and every single soap opera would have something stupid like that for some other form of technology, and she would just get a kick out of telling them to me because they were really dumb.
I know way too much about this, but because I work days
of our lives.
I work days. There would be a really dead hour at my job, and it would be playing on, and I wasn't entirely actively watching it because we were required to have our channel set to NBC. I basically absorbed an entire season of that show, and I could tell you that one season, one character came back from the dead after being gone from the show for 15 years. And I don't remember. I don't remember if he was run over by a car or if he was blown up. I don't remember how, but he died a pretty dead death.
Yeah, it's not one of those he could have landed in a river and survived type of ones.
He died a death where it should by all means kill somebody, but he miraculously survives because bad writing. There's no other reason for it. Damn it! And then he becomes some kind of mercenary, or he has some kind of private detective firm, and some blonde guy is mad at him and blames his dad's death on him. It was so weird.
That's amazingly convoluted. I love it.
It was okay. Let's see. McBride Studio. Let's see. Mr. Top 10 list. I'm getting a signal that I gotta cut this off in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Top 10 list says that the Dragon Ball movies that are canon are Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. I don't know what to think of this anymore because parts of Dragon Ball Super retell Resurrection F and Battle of Gods, but they add more detail. It's kind of wonky. But I don't think much of canon. I care more if the story is good. McBride Studio says he doesn't understand why everybody loves Broly. He thinks he's the most uninteresting character they create for the Dragon Ball movies. When I was younger, I really thought that Broly was kind of a dumb character because I thought all there was to him was, I'm another Super Saiyan, and I never thought there was anything to him beyond that. But I think it's kind of interesting that they talk about how he's somebody who's born with this incredible power, but he never really learned how to tame it the way Goku does. I think that's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, I mean, he is kind of like essentially a big muscle as a character. That's as far as he goes. So I can understand the dislike. I like his earlier appearance. I think that's kind of okay. But when he became Bio Broly, that was a little too silly for me. Let's see. Mr. Top 10 List says that he thought the first Broly movie was fine, and he thinks he works well as a member of the supporting cast. And Juan said he played the hero. I don't get it. He played the hero. I don't know if my oven mitts are gonna protect me against the inkling. I need to. I'm gonna be. I like those colors because it's like